Mm-mm-mm. Right, all right. Waiting for a little bit more of people to join. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. How is your Sunday going? Let me write this here. How What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Camilo here. Trending waves. Do you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up or write something in the comment section if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Just trying to get this mic here steady. Let me write this to the team live now. Just a few more minutes, guys, before we start. Letting the team know that we are live already. All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? All right, Karina, how are you? Welcome back, Karina. Welcome back. What's going on, guys? Oh, we have a new viewer over here, Vanessa Perez. Welcome. Welcome to everyone. Oops. All right. So we're gonna start the show. We have a lot to cover here. We have a lot to review. This week it's going to be pretty crazy. All right, let me pull up our agenda here and let you guys know what we have to review for today. So let's take a look. So, all right. So for the week of July the 25th, we're going to do a review of the economic data for this week, earnings. We're going to review a couple of the charts that are most notable, right, for this week's earnings report. Then we're going to do a review of individual names such as BTC, ETH, Ethereum Classic, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, Facebook, Home Depot, Snapchat, Fubo, Delta, and Netflix. All right. So, so these four here will be reporting today this week. So there are some good setups, but the reason why I want to review them is so that we can see where in the wave count they are currently, all right? And we can see a potential upside move or downside move continuation. We have a current position, ongoing position on Apple from the group here. So we'll have to evaluate to see what's that. We're going to have to evaluate our position to see if we're going to hold. I'm currently holding some shares. So, all right. And then after that is our favorite segment of the evening. We'll review a chart. You guys will have a chance to comment on the section. Comment here to review a chart from scratch. I'm writing this on the section. Scratch. So basically we'll grab a scratch review, a chart, and then we'll do a quick review on it using Elliott Wave. I like to do this towards the end so that we can get some sort of educational content on Elliott Wave analysis, and to see, for you guys to see how I evaluate and how I show the counts behind the scenes, basically. All right. So let's get ready. Let's get started. So review economic data for the week of July. So this is going to be a pretty interesting one because looking at Forex Factory, okay, this is a good website I use to track what's going to happen for the week of the for economic events for that week. So on Monday we have new home sales, all right, and this is a report that is going to tell us how new home sales did for the previous month. So it's a pretty good indicator to keep in mind if you're into real estate, and also it affects commodities and appliances and all that stuff. So it's a good thing to keep in mind if you want to buy also a single family home. But the most important thing that we have to keep our eyes open for is this Wednesday. So on Wednesday at 2 p.m., all right, we have the FOMC statement and the meeting minutes, and also the press conference. So we'll be watching this very closely, right? Because this is a 2-day event where the Fed is going to sort of give a stance on their policy meeting and where they are expected to issue statements in regards to their current monetary policy. So it's really important for us to understand and where the Fed stands on this situation, and if they're going to give any comments or any sort of ideas and I guess outlook for inflation, right? And a good tool to keep track of what the FOMC meeting is going to do, or the Fed is going to do in regards to interest rate hikes, is called the CME group. All right, you guys can take a look at this. Just type CME group on your search bar, and you get this chart here. This chart is telling us that on Wednesday, right, the probability of the Fed raising interest rates, a hike is 0%, no change is 100%. So we're not gonna get any change. We're not gonna get any new unless it's a surprise, but unlikely. There's nothing priced in for that. So don't think there will be a surprise, but we'll see. All right. If you guys have any questions on this, let me know down in the comments section. All right. So I'm moving on. If I'm going quick, guys, let me know. But we do have a lot to cover tonight. So our next item in the agenda is review for earnings week. All right. Let's see. Earnings 26. There we go. So for the most anticipated earnings for this week, for July the 26th, so we have Tesla after the close. We're going to review that chart. These are the most notable earnings that we are anticipating. We have on Tuesday, we have AMD, we have Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Visa, Starbucks. A pretty busy week to say the least, right? 3M. These are big companies that have a lot of weight on the indices, right, and the averages. So expect a lot of fireworks coming into this week. So we also have on Thursday, we have Amazon. We have let's see here. Yeah, so Thursday is going to be Amazon is the latest. So we're going to review the chart of, I said, Tesla, right? We're going to do Apple. We're going to do Facebook. We're going to do, well, where's Facebook here? Oh, there it is. Facebook is on Wednesday after the close. So we're going to review those charts because, this will give us a bit of an indication as to where the markets are, right? I mean, we only review the S&P and the Nasdaq, the Dow occasionally, but a lot of these charts are looking a little bit dicier, looking like they are already reaching the top. So we'll review that in just a moment. So I am on the fence now as to if we see continuation in the markets or if we see further continuation, or if we already reached the top. All right, so let's get on to the charts. But before I do, let me know if you guys have any questions. Please post your questions in the comments. Also, if you guys give me a thumbs up, hit that like button or smash it, as they say. That'll really help the stream out. That will really help my channel grow. Oh, and by the way, I have 403 subscribers. All right, let's clap it up. A big milestone, it's a big goal I have for July. The end of July was to hit 400. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to every single one of you who are tuned in today, and thank you so much for those who are going to review. So we're gonna watch the stream, the replay. I really thank everybody for subscribing and always tuning in and having patience for my videos. So thank you so much. You think Apple is a good price now? Yeah, we got into Apple. Didn't you get in the Apple with us? Yeah, well, I'm still holding that. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm still holding those shares of Apple. I think we're gonna review the chart, and there is some continuation, I believe, which is why I'm holding shares. I'll explain to you guys. I think I brought that up to you on Friday. The reason why we hold shares on earnings is because I don't want to hold anything that expires. So obviously we know that options expire, and if you hold shares and let's say, for instance, it doesn't go your way through earnings and it goes the opposite way, you can still hold your shares, and unless you're over leveraged, but hopefully you're not. So we'll review that in just a second. So let's take a look at the first chart that we have to review is the SPY. So over to trading view. Okay, so the SPY here, if you watch Friday's video, you'll know that we broke above the previous all-time high. So the markets have been rallying. That's obvious. I think so since before it was 400, before split, right? Yep. So I see the way I'm looking at the wave count now. Let's take a quick review of this, right? So from the February 12 high, right, we went down in three waves, A, B, C to the wave 2 in the intermediate degree. We then rallied right up in 1, down in 2. Actually, let me go down to the 30-minute time frame. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think where my minor degrees. I think they disappeared. Anyway, so wave 1 is here, wave 2 in the minor degree. Let's label it because I don't know why this thing is always deleting my accounts. Anyway, all right, so let's do this together. So off the lows here, we go up in 1. Oh, come on. So we go up in 1, down in 2. We're now at the we're within the third wave now, right? And we're looking for wave 4 and then wave 5. So wave 5, wave 4. So this is how I had it before. So just bear with me. All right, let's quickly review this now. So apologies for that, guys. Sometimes TradingView acts up. So 50% retracement support on the wave 2, up in 3, down in 4, and then the completed wave 5. All right. So ABC down into wave 2, down here, and now we're looking. The way we're looking at this is that we went up in 1, down in 2 again. So we are making we finished the wave 3, ABC. This is an expanded flat, which came into support at the 200% extension of wave A versus wave B. And it came at a 38.2% retracement of the wave 4. So the wave 4 retracement, this is the way you guys draw this tool. You take your fib retracement level here, you take a measurement from the low of wave 2 to the high of wave 3, and you get your targets here. So you guys know, as a quick educational thing, right, wave 4 pullbacks are normally it's common for the wave 4 to go down towards the 23.6 or the 38.2% in the fib retracements. All right, so moving on. So now the way I'm looking at this is that we may see a little bit of further upside coming into this week, all right, in the wave 3. And because we have the Fed meeting on Wednesday and a couple of earnings, big earning techs, we may see some sort of consolidation, right? So we may see the wave 4 start coming into play sometime this week. All right, let me just delete that for now. All right, so the wave 4, I'm not sure, I don't know, obviously I can't foresee the future for the markets, but the wave 4 should theoretically come into a very quick retracement. All right, why do I say that? Because the guideline of alternation, right? We have the wave 2 here that was pretty quick and sideways, so now we have to see the wave 4 come into a bit of a directional move, but pretty shallow. All right, once we see the wave 4 pullback, all right, then let's take a look where that could potentially land. So we take a fib retracement just like we did in the higher degree, and we take it to the theoretical 100% extension, right? So I anticipate that wave 4 will probably do a retest of the previous all-time high, the wave B, or the 437.91. So just as long as we see those levels, I am confident that the wave 4 will find support and we reach, and then we go from there. However, if we keep on melting lower, right, and we go beyond the wave 1 here of this degree count, then this whole count is invalidated, and I will potentially start looking at this as if it were the top. All right, but we'll review that chart, the alternate count for the SPY that I worked on this weekend, after we do a couple of rounds here on these names that we're going to review, like Microsoft, which I see Microsoft probably already at the top, Facebook already. So it's a little bit concerning, but we'll see. All right, any questions on the SPY, guys? All right, come on, give me likes, guys. Give me likes. Hit that thumbs button. I always get a little stuck. Smash the like button. There you go. Smash the like button. There you go, Karina. Thank you. All right, so moving on to the Qs. No what? You're not giving me a thumbs up? It's all right. Don't worry about it. Love you anyway. There you go. Thank you. All right, so the Qs, all right, so we went up in one. We found support at the 1618 and the 38.2% retracement in the wave 4 orange degree. Can it be the wave 1 instead of wave 3? Perhaps. On what? On the SPY? Yeah, I mean, this can't be the wave 1. All right, this won't be, no question. No, this wouldn't be wave 1. Wave 1, we are looking for the final fifth wave, all right, in this orange degree. So if we look at the degree trend, right, we look at the lower degree. So we have the minuet degree, and then we have the minute degree. So the minute degree is the higher degree before, or yeah, before the minuet. All right, so the minuet finished. Now we're looking for the final fifth wave. All right, so we should come into, unless you're right, maybe this is the first, the wave 1. Look, as an educational side note here, all right, so when tracking wave 1s of the initial structure, impulsive structure, they're oftentimes a little bit hard to track. All right, when we will know once we see a pullback. All right, so say for instance this is wave 1, like you're calling it. All right, let's just take a look at that scenario. So if this is the wave 1, all right, then the wave 2, 3, 4, and 5, right, disregard the degree trend, right, just let's delete this. So let's say for instance this is the wave 1 coming into completion. All right, then theoretically, right, we'll need to see the wave 2 pull back somewhere between the 23 and the 38. So in the event that we continue, right, on the preferred count, all right, in the event that we continue seeing the markets hit lower, then this might be the interpretation we're looking for. All right, if we see that instead of holding support at the 38.2 or the previous wave, right, the previous all-time high, and we continue lower to these levels, then we may consider that this is the actual count. All right, but for now we know that the markets are bullish and we should be continuing to the upside. And I hope that answers your question, Sajan. Hey man, thank you, welcome. Theoretically wave 1 should be higher than the previous wave. It is true, yeah, wave 1 should be the high. Yeah, it's true. So if we continue higher, right, and we break above the previous high, that confirms wave 1, or that confirms, not technically, right, not necessarily, because I'm gonna give you an example of that. This is where you have to be careful. All right, so in this instance here, okay, we saw that the trend broke above the previous high, right? So normally, yes, when you see continuation from the previous high, which was here, right, that sort of confirms that the new trend has been established. However, as I taught you guys here in the chat, right, in the Discord group, once we see a retracement, right, let's say this was A, right, and we're now going up higher, and we break the all-time high, we have to start considering an external retracement tool, right, or an external fib retracement, which is the 1272. So not a lot of people, I can't say not a lot of people know about this, but it's not talked about that often. Okay, so the way this works is that you normally see the 1272 become resistance, all right, of the previous all-time high. So this is called an expanded flat. So as I explained to you guys in my previous video, expanded flats are designed to trap the bulls. How are they designed to trap the bulls in the wave B? In that it makes a new high, so the bulls are thinking that, okay, so we're now heading on higher, and then we get trapped, but they don't anticipate that the 1272 external retracement could act as resistance. And then the way it traps the the bears, is that once it breaks the low, okay, so just so you guys can see, right, in diagrammatic form, right, that's an expanded flat or a running flat, right? So that we break the low, and then the bears start shorting the market, to only come into realization that that it was an expanded flat all along. So I hope that answers your question. So just do be careful when you start seeing upside breaks of the new highs and so on. So in here it might be different, just because we are seeing this as an impulse. So you may be right. So we'll just have to wait to see these levels here. Yeah, I'll review US oil. All right, I'm putting that on my notes here. I'll do that in a little while. All right, moving on to the Qs. So in the Qs here, right, we went up in 1, down in 2, 3 comes into, it went above the 100%. So we're in between the 1618. Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. So we went between the 100% and the 1618. Now we're looking for a pullback into the wave 4. All right, so the pullback should come into anywhere between the 23.6% and the 38.2%, 364 or 362. All right. All right, let's move on to, I'm gonna write here just because there was a request for US oil. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, it's 9 people here and 7 likes. The like ratio isn't, I'm not liking it, but it's all good, man. Appreciate your help there. All right, so then, oh, sorry. The next chart here that we have. All right, so we're gonna move on to our request. All right, we're gonna move on to cryptocurrencies first. We're gonna review Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ETC. So let's go to the Forex tab here. So we see here that cryptos are running a bit currently now. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. So there was a request to take a look at the weekly time frame of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is here, the weekly time frame. All right, here we go. So the way we're looking at here in Bitcoin, I'll make the likes count for everyone. Thanks, Karina. So the way we're looking at Bitcoin, all right, so from the lows of 2018, after we had this massive run up on the weekly time frame, so we're looking at this as wave 1 in the primary degree, then wave 2, but we're going to focus in this section here. All right, so once we hit off the low on December of 2018, we went up in 1 in the primary, in the intermediate degree, A, B, C down into the wave 2. All right, and then we aggressively started moving on into the wave 3. So now this trend channel, the way we take this trend channel to find the wave 4 pullback, all right, is that we take the line from the wave 1 to the wave 3 down to the wave 2, and you get the trend channel to come for a theoretical bottom in the wave 4. Once wave 4 is complete, then the way we do the wave 5 is the opposite. We take the line from the wave 2 through the wave 4 up to the wave 3, and you get your theoretical wave 5. So not until we completed the wave 4 we can determine the wave 5 sort of targets, right? Obviously using fib levels and whatnot. So the way we're looking at this is that we've completed the wave 3 here on March the 8th, or somewhere here, let's just say on April, right? We went down in A, so A, B, and C to form the higher degree wave A. We're now looking to establish the wave B. So up in A, a very shallow wave B, we're holding the $30,000 or $29,000 support, right, from this previous wave here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another educational thing. My man, what are you saying? Are you going to drop in SPY? No, we're not dropping in SPY just yet. All right, we're not. There is an alternate account. I'll show you guys in just a minute after we review the cryptos. So ABC down in A, right? We are looking for the wave B. Yeah, it might get tricky. So we're looking for the wave B to come anywhere between the 78.6 and the 50%. So if we keep on pushing on higher in the B wave, then that's a 78.6% retracement where we need to start looking into resistance, right? So down in A, up in B, and then down in C to find the 38.2% retracement of the higher degree, okay, and the 100% extension of wave A versus wave B to come into the wave C. Okay, so once I do foresee Bitcoin falling or cryptos falling just a bit more, but we would not know until we see a completion in the wave B. So keep that in mind, guys. Okay. I do owe you that chart. All right, just a second. All right, so moving on to Ethereum. So Ethereum, also in the higher degree in the weekly time frame, we went up in 1, ABC down in 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the wave 3, which came into resistance at the 1618. Now we're looking for the wave 8 pullback, which completed back in May the 17th, and now we're looking for the wave B, just like in Bitcoin. All right, and then we're gonna look for the downtrend, the final C wave of the wave 4 correction, to come into anywhere between $1,000 region in Ethereum. All right, any questions on that? You think ETH? How come? Why do you think ETH bottom? You can let me just ask that. Well, let's take a look, right? Why do you think that the reason why, me personally, in this higher degree time frame, right, why I don't think that cryptos has bottomed yet is because if we look at the wave 2 correction, right, if we just focus here, if we look at this here, right, the price action here, the corrective price action took a while. All right, it took from, let's say, from January the 19th to March 2020, right? So normally, though, both corrections, the wave 2 and the wave 4, should pair up in time, okay, per Elliott wave guidelines. I'll look at this the stochastics. I looked at that indicator, but if we look at the RSI, okay, so we're still seeing some sort of pullback, right, in both strength and in the MACD. So we might see further consolidation here. It's holding support at these levels, but the true support area is down here, right? As we see here coming into this corrective move, right? We should see a bottom somewhere there. All right, so it may take a little longer. The RSI can continue on trending lower here. And also taking a look at the times, right? So we took 259 days or 37 bars in the weekly time frame. So far, we've only completed we've only completed 77 days or 11 bars, right, on this correction. So we still, I'm leaving this as a, let's just put it as 200 or 250, right? So somewhere on January of next year is where I foresee that the wave 4 has come into completion, and then we head on higher. All right, and then the next, let's take a look at Ethereum Classic, ETC. So ETC or Ethereum Classic, this is, I'm looking at this the same way, right? So A, B, and then potential C wave. All right, potential C wave completion. I think, let me see if I have another count here. If that one is the alternate count. No, I don't have it here. So if this is 1, right? Let me delete this. Let's do this real quick. All right, because that would suggest that Ethereum Classic is going to head on higher, but I just don't think that's the case. So we go up in 1, and down in 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So the third wave. Now actually, now you see what I mean? Look, plug, check it out, right? So obviously wave 1, so wave 4, if this is the count, right? If this is the bullish count, right? If this is wave 1, somewhere here, say down in 2, if this was 3, 4, and 5, right? We know that the wave 4 cannot go past the territory of the wave 1 unless we're still within the wave 3. All right, unless we're still within the wave 3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Right, this will be the substructure. So the substructure of this area here will go like this, right? Up in 1, down in 2. This will be 3, correction in 4, and then 5. That's the only way, right? That's the one way I'm looking at Ethereum Classic, right? That we're still within that substructure of the intermediate wave degree. And in the minor degree, we're still within wave 4. All right, unless, I'm only going off the fact that if every other crypto is coming into their higher degree wave 4 correction, but Ethereum Classic here in the weekly time frame looks like this is A, B, and C in the completion, and then head on lower, I'm not liking that count. I don't think that's the case. So the only way that I can look at this is that Ethereum Classic is lagging a bit, right? And we're still within the impulsive wave 3. And then we're going to see the wave 4 pullback, which could be shallow, right? once the other cryptos have set their wave 4 in the higher degree. All right, so keep in mind, we'll see what happens here. If I don't know if this is the wave 4. I don't think this is down in A, up in B, down in C perhaps, but wave 4 is not completed yet. I don't think that cryptos have reached the bottom. I think we still got to see a little bit more downside on cryptos before we head on higher. All right, so moving on to Apple. So Apple, let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Reset chart. Let's go here. What up, Mo? Bearish coming for crypto. Yeah, I'm gonna do Wish. No, I haven't done Wish. Put it there for you. Thanks for joining, man. All right, so Apple, I'm gonna speed it up because I think we are running out of time here. All right, so Apple, we took a trade on Apple last week, okay, and we're holding shares currently. So off the wave 4 pullback, we went up in 1, down in 2, 38.2% retracement support. All right, we go up in the third wave and the 5 impulsive substructure to the 200% extension of wave 1 versus wave 2, and then we pulling back into the wave 4 at 38.2% retracement. Now this chart still suggests that we see further upside in the markets, right? So taking down in the 30-minute time frame, the way I'm looking at this, right, coming into earnings, is that, right, we will go up in 1, down in 2. The second wave here was sit in at, let's take a look. All right, so the 38.2% retracement of wave 1, wave 2 came into support at the 145-ish area. We're now looking at the wave 3. So wave 3 could come into completion at the 100% extension of wave 1 versus wave 2 at 150, right, spot 02. So coming into earnings, we may see a run up, right? We may see a run. Let me see when Apple reports. Where's Apple? Oh, Apple reports on Tuesday. So all right, so we may see an earnings run, right, prior to Tuesday that will reach the 150, or perhaps not, right? But then earnings comes, I don't know. This is looking dicey, but all I'm saying is that I do anticipate a pullback on Apple, right? If you didn't get a chance to hop on the trade with us, right, I think it was last week when we alerted the trade in the group, right? Just wait for this targets to be reached. All right, the 150. If the 150 goes beyond, I mean, if they beat earnings, then the 161 should be a pullback. All right, so anywhere between here, I'm putting the 100% here as, because obviously wave 3 has to be the 100% of wave 1, and then we see a pullback. So just give it some time after earnings if you did not get on the trade with us. The semiconductor, the SMH is gonna head on higher. I'll have a wave count. I'll review that at the end of our count here, of our list. Amazon. So to the 1 hour time frame, the way I'm looking at Amazon, guys, is that Amazon still has some further upside to go in the wave 5 in the minor degree. So up in 1, A, B, C, down in 2, 3 waves up, 5 waves up into the wave 3, 100% extension of wave 1 versus wave 2, and now the wave 4 came into support at the 38.2%. What? BTC 40,000? What? Holy yo, guys, check news. What is going on? Whoa. Whoa. What the hell? Hang on, guys. Hang on. Wow. Good call, man. Good call. Let's take a look. If you guys see any news. I'm checking for news. There's nothing that came in just now. I don't see anything popping up currently. Wow, that was crazy. Anything on CNBC? Not seeing anything currently, guys. Yeah, that could be also just a technical. I don't see any news. Wow, that's dope. I mean, we called it, right, guys? We called I read an article today. What you read, Mo? Papa Elon? Yeah, he's pumping the shit out of this probably. All right, I mean, we get to see this live. That's pretty good, right? Let's take a look at the levels that we were looking for to see if it's gonna hold anything, right? Let's take a look. Let me go over to the weekly time frame or our other chart here. That's freaking nuts. Let's see the weekly time frame here. All right, so we're going towards the 50% retracement. You see what I mean? This is why we love Elliott Wave, guys. This is why we love Elliott Wave, right? We're still here. We were calling here on live. I mean, this can't get any better. We are targeting these areas here, so we did anticipate further upside here live with you. All right, coin about to pump hard. Hell yeah! Tomorrow coin is gonna be freaking lit. Damn, this was good. This shit was good. All right, go call out, man. Go call out on that. Very excited for this. I mean, I hope this is not short-lived. We do have to see the 50% retracement break, all right, not act as resistance. So the next level to watch here is at let's see here, what's this candle? Was the high of this candle is 41,322, right? 41,000 to what was it? 41,322 is our next level of resistance. All right, so keep that on watch. 41,000 and 42,000 our next level of resistance. All right, so let's move on with the show. I don't want to keep you guys too late. Where were we? We're in Amazon. All right, here we go. All right, so Amazon is looking good coming into earnings. All right, if this was the wave 4 bottom, right, then we should see continuation. However, if this is not the wave 4 bottom and this is just simply still an ongoing correction down in A, up in B, down in C, all right, then the targets to the B wave resistance, as I told you guys earlier, should be these coming levels. I'll show you guys real quick. The 50%, sorry, the 50 to 78.6, and then the last resort is a 1672, but I'm not going to turn that on right now. If this is the wave B, all right, if this is still an ongoing correction in Amazon, all right, because it's not confirmed yet, then we should look for these levels of 78.6 or 3,700. If we keep on going higher and we break impulsively, right, then the wave 4 has been set in. All right, for now, I am operating under this idea that the wave 4 bottom is set and we're heading on higher. All right, over to Tesla. Tesla on the daily time frame, this is a good chart to watch here. It's a beautiful setup, potential continuation. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I know, Plug, you got calls, right? You're holding calls on Tesla, so you're looking good. Hopefully it continues for you. So up in 1, down in 2, up in 3, down in 4, and now we're gonna look for 5. So wave 4. This is where I'm coming into a little bit of sort of a stopping point in Tesla, right? Because the wave 4, where is this? See, the wave 4 is a little bit shallow. It's not yet at the 23.6%. Okay, and the 23.6% is an extension from the wave 2 to the wave 3 high, and it's very shallow. I usually like to see, I'm just moving this for reference, I normally like to see a support level here touch at the very least the 23.6, but we haven't touched that yet. All right, so what I think may happen is that if we don't break out from this triangle, okay, from this here triangle that we have, then wave 4 could potentially come lower. All right, but say for instance wave 4 has finished here, right, because we see it's down in A, up in B, down in C. Wave B came into the resistance at the 78.6. We're now going into wave C, so this could be 1, down in 2, and then off we go to wave 3. So we'll know tomorrow after the close when Tesla reports its earnings. All right, so Microsoft, this is the chart that I was just mentioning to you guys that it's looking a bit dicey. in that maybe this has already reached the top. All right, so I'm gonna review the daily time frame. So from the COVID lows, we went up in 1, down in 2, 3, 4, okay, in the higher degree. Now we go up in 1 again, down in 2, 3, 4, 38.2% retracement. Clear, this is clear as day, all right, this wave count here, and now we're heading on higher into the wave 5 of the primary, the intermediate degree wave 5. Now, these are the levels to watch. We went beyond the 618. Now we're looking for resistance at the 100% and of the green degree, which is the higher degree. And if we go on higher than the 100% of the smaller degree, which is the blue wave, right? The blue degree. Now, I'm going to quickly quickly go to the SPY, all right? And this is the alternate count where I suggested, right? Where I'm suggesting that if, in fact, Microsoft, which is, you know, it has a big weight in the indices, also Facebook, which I'll review next. If those charts, right, are calling the tops, then perhaps this is the count, right, where we've already reached the primary degree wave 1. So off the lows here, I'm sorry that I'm going back and forth, but I wanted to show you this guy, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, right, 3, 4, and 5, wave 3 finish, down in 4, and then we've completed the wave 5 at these levels, the 23.6 and the 78.6. So we'll see coming this week, which is why I'm not favoring this count. I'm not favoring that we've already reached the top and we're heading on lower to the wave 2, right, of this overall higher degree. I'm not favoring. I still feel that we have more upside based on the Elliott wave count of our preferred interpretation. But look, if this is the count, don't worry, guys. This is not at all bearish. I mean, short term, it is going to hurt because we will be losing in our long-term portfolios. But this is an opportunity here. Look at this, guys. If you miss this overall run, here is your opportunity to get back on the wagon to new highs. So look at it in that way. Don't look at it as if we, we're gonna crash. All right. So the Facebook chart is the other one that's letting me know that potentially we've reached the top. So the way I'm looking at Facebook, so up in 1, down in 2, up in 3. The third wave came to perhaps completion at the 100%. We're gonna go down in the wave 4 at the 38.2%, and then up in 5. If we break after earnings, if we break below 332 spot 06, which is the previous wave 1 high, then this count has been set here, the wave 5 top, and now we're heading on lower. Home Depot is a chart that I haven't updated, but I will update here with you guys. Let me just delete this here. So wave 2, the way we're looking at this is that up in 1, down in 2, the wave 2 came into the 38.2% retracement support. All right, the wave 3 should come in at the 100%, 342. So I still see further upside in Home Depot. We took a really quick trade. We should have held it, but that's okay. It's always good to get paid. We did anticipate this move coming out of the 38.2% retracement support. All right, and now we're gonna head on higher. So if we miss, this is what I'm looking for. So I want to wait for this, the wave 3 to top out. Wave 4, 3-wave pullback into the wave 4. I'm not sure where the wave 4 will land until we see the 100% reached, and then a move up, a trade into the wave 5. So this one still looks good. Snapchat, we are still waiting for a little bit further upside in the wave 3. All right, then wave 4 pullback in 3 waves. All right, our targets should still stand. Our targets in the wave 3 still reach that, still go up. Sorry, we'll still have targets to the 80 spot 52 before we see a 3-wave pullback in the wave 4 and we head on higher. Fubo is a chart of very good interest for me. All right, so Fubo wave 1 is completed. All right, ABC pullback into the wave 2. So I'm looking at 21 price region for the wave 2 pullback. All right, before we take a trade up further into new highs. All right, so keep this on watch for you guys. Delta is a chart that we have a trade on right now. So let's review this in detail because this is a chart that we are looking for. So the way we're looking at this, guys, all right, so we don't panic. First of all, wave 4, if we continue lower and we break the low wave 4, then obviously we have to get out of this trade. But we still have some time here. So just bear with me. So up in 1, down in 2, 3, 4, and 5 to complete wave 1. ABC down, pull back into the wave 2. So we are looking for a 50% retracement to come in at 39 spot 89. So a little bit more downside. We have this trend line here acting as resistance, as you can see. it originated in the top here, and now it's resistance here, and resistance here. So we may see further downside, hold support, and then off we go. So just keep that on watch. I'm still holding some calls, so I will average down on it once we reach this 39 or the 50% retracement support. And then Netflix on the daily time frame. Netflix is it's a chart that may have further upside. So the way I'm looking at this, guys, is that let's take a look at the weekly. All right, so post COVID, right? This is the COVID low. So wave 4, up in 1, down in 2, up in 3. We've been in consolidation for a very long time. All right, this chart has been in consolidation since, let's see, almost 370, almost a whole year. Or yeah, over a whole year already. So I do anticipate that perhaps the wave 4 came into completion at the 23.6% right here. So this structure here, the way I'm looking at it is that this is a double zigzag. So W, X, and Y, all right, of that smaller degree. So W, X, and Y, we came to completion at the 23.6%. Now up in 1, down in 2. Let's see where wave 2 is at in terms of fib levels. So wave 2 between the 50% and the 78, so it's appropriate. We'll just have to see. Now in this case, I want to see Netflix break above the X wave, right? Because this is a double zigzag. We want to see the X wave break, or at the very least the previous high on the wave 3. All right, so looking at now the list here, we reviewed these charts. US oil, let's take a look at US oil. We can look at crude oil here. Well, I don't have a wave count here on crude oil, but let's take a look, right? Obviously, this is a new trend. So up in 1, down in 2, 3. All right, here we go. Let's do this live. So I'm going to do this quickly, right? So the way I'm looking at this is 1, 2, third wave is ongoing. Perhaps a 4-wave pullback to continue higher. Let me see. Let's see here. Let's see if this is appropriate with the fib levels. No. You know what? Who requested this one? Let's take a look. Who requested? Mahendra, give me some time to develop this chart. All right, I want to take a look. Although I do feel that this is the count. Let me see real quick here. No. This is still suggesting for that chart. Let me digest this chart. I haven't had a chance to work on it yet. All right, but it's a good chart to keep track of. All right, so moving on to, I'm just moving quickly here. AVPT. All right, man. AVPT is sort of complicated one. A lot of overlapping here, but without a wave count, let's take a look at levels to keep on watch. So, oops. All right, so now let me just take a look at here. So this is 1, 2, 3. It's just very, very complicated. A lot of overlapping, but let's take a look. Just bear with me here for 1 second. All right, just looking at quick indicators, right? We have, as you can see here, right, this trend line is acting as very heavy resistance, right? This trend line originated, let's say here on February the 3rd. We broke below it, again, retested it, held it as resistance, and we're breaking lower. Now we're trying to retest it, and as you can see on the RSI, it's also indicating resistance. So there's no divergence. This is actually a pretty good area. Let's take a look here. Maybe we can take a wave count from this area here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's not that the best chart to take account from. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, perhaps this might be it. So take a look, right? 1, 2, 3, down in 4, and then perhaps a fifth wave here. So just wait to see if we hold these levels, right? The 11 spot 442 as support. If we do end up holding this area support and we break above this trend line, okay, then our next level to watch is 1229. All right, for the upside to break above it. All right. So John, looks like ABC correction is done. Looks like ABC correction is done. A new trend to the upside is developing for, yeah, I do think that that may be the case. So John, thank you for pointing that out. I do feel that we're coming into a low here already. All right, and that just as long as we break above this trend line and above these two key level zones that I've established, the 1229 and 1149, then we'll be able to see further upside. I do feel that this is already the end of the trend, and we have established a low and heading on higher. Yeah, I'll review Delta again, but we did that. We covered that already. So, Mo, this one is for you, buddy. Delta, sorry, Wish, we have to see the 78.6% retracements hold as support, right? As you can see here, we bounced off of it, but now we're selling off ever so slightly. Okay, if this holds as support, then expect that we will see a rally. But again, the $15 region is key to break. This was resistance here, right? It was resistance at the top of wave 1. It was resistance in this area, resistance here, and it was support. So this is a very, very, very key level to watch. $15 region. I'm not going to touch this one until we see a break above it, because this continued lower. This can't continue lower. Now, if we break below the wave 1, all right, if we break below the $750 region, then this whole wave count is invalid, and we are seeing further downside in Wish. So perhaps this is what's going to happen. So A, B, and then C to retest. No, see, that wouldn't be the case, because then that'll break the low. So just keep this level on watch. 78.6% retracement, $8.72, and the low here at 754. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that nice comment. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're joined. All right. This is my second live stream, guys. So for whoever's new, all right, do bear with me. I am a little rusty here. Bitcoin is selling off just ever so slightly. We're down 2% from the high. Yeah, Mo. So look, the way I'm looking at Wish is that if we cannot hold that 78.6% or that $8.72, then we unfortunately we are heading lower. So it's getting a little dicey here for Wish. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, Delta. But guys, we also got to give good credit to Plug, who is here. His name here in the stream is let's see, what was your name again? In I Am Game. Yeah, that guy is also solid in his trades, so I have to give it to him too. Hold on to your life, Mo. If you're holding shares, then yeah, I mean, and then you feel, do you, I've told you this before. Look, this is my philosophy for holding, for investing, right? If I use a product, then I'm gonna invest in it. All right. If like, for instance, I'm just gonna give you an example. I have Apple products, right? So I'm investing in Apple. If I have I'm in construction too, so I use Home Depot. So I do invest. I do have these stocks in my long-term portfolio. So if you feel like Wish is a good service for you, and you believe in the product and you believe in the company, then invest in it and hold it with shares. It's not going to go anywhere unless they go bankrupt, but you don't want that. But anyway, so Delta, nah, man, thanks to you. All right, so Plug, look. So Delta plug, the way we're looking at this is that we've completed the wave 1 here on the top, all right, of July the 21st. ABC pullback, right? The 78.6% retracement held as resistance, and now we're potentially going to see further downside into the 50% retracement at 39.89. All right, so that's the way I'm looking at this. So A, B, and C. Again, the travel trade is pretty risky at the moment with the variant lingering around the news, and so this zone here is of high interest for me. But if we break below the wave 4, or we break below this previous high here of 39, then I'm out. All right, let's review lumber liquidators. So sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right, bro. Abatix, right? Yeah, Abatix. I think that's a cool name, by the way. So when you requested this chart, I think was back in like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were still calling for further downside, but I was telling you that we may see support come in at these levels. Let me see if I have the fib levels still open. Bear with me here. Let's just do the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, so 38. This might have moved ever so slightly. So all right, so I'm still thinking that we are now in the zone of high support, right, if you will, right? If we take a quick line here, right? So the 23.6 and the 38.2% retracement under wave 1 it's an ideal area of support for the wave 2 pullback, and then the wave C, right, also comes into around that area. Now this zone here has to hold that support. So the last level that I'm looking for is 14.96 before we can head on higher. All right. So this area here, keep on high watch. Yeah, thanks for that commentary there, Sajan. Yeah, I do. I I don't like Chinese stocks to, per se. Right, there's always that conflict with the trade war. There's always conflict with sanctions and whatnot, and then also the threats of the U.S. stock exchanges delisting these companies, and so causing them to tumble. So they're very risky to hold. That's my interpretation, and that's why I stay away from them. But they can be very rewarding. I mean, Baba and Baidu, these companies are solid, but they unfortunately run the risk of getting delisted and thus dropping. I mean, there's also, you have to be careful too with whatchamacallit. Remember Luckin Coffee or Luckin Coffee? There was a lot of fishy things going on there, and a lot of people were investing in it long term, and it got delisted. Right? I don't know if it's still trading, but do be careful. All right, next chart here, and then Wish. I think that's pretty much it. I think that covers it for tonight, guys. You guys have any more questions? How long have we been running for? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing in the shorter time frame? That was a crazy, crazy move, man. And it's true. Yeah, looking. You gotta be careful with these, man. Thank you, Karina. Really do appreciate your support here too. So can you check Riot? Yeah, of course. So I did work a wave count here on Riot. So the way I'm looking at Riot from the lows here of March, right? So up in 1, down in 2, third wave completion, ABC down. So we may come into support here already. If we take a look at our fib levels, can you check? Yeah, so our fib levels here, See, spot on 38.2% retracement support of the wave 4. All right, so that's pretty convincing to me that maybe we've reached the low here on the daily time frame. RSI is showing positive divergence and it's moving in line with price action. So perhaps if we go down to the 1 hour time frame, all right, if we've assumed that the low was in here, then let's take a look at the wave structure here. So perhaps this is up in 1 and down in 2. See, there are instances in where there could be overlap, right? There's a BTC squeeze will set up. Yeah, exactly. And that's a good, yeah, you know what? Let's keep this. We will keep. I think Plug also brought that up. Keep Mara and Riot on watch for the Discord. So let's do this technically, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then perhaps this is wave B, A, B, and C maybe. So we have to wait. All right. We'll see. Maybe this is still an ongoing fourth wave. We'll see if I don't think this is an ongoing fourth wave. I think that because of the pop that we just saw on Bitcoin, tomorrow this thing is gonna gas. All right. So perhaps we're gonna gap up and go above the previous high of 45. So yeah, so Sajan, look, this is the wave count that I have currently. We're still looking for the upside into the wave 5. And Mara is the same deal. I think Mara and Riot have the similar wave structure. Actually, no, yeah, just ever so slightly. So up in 1, down in 2, 78.6% retracement. 3, we're looking for the wave 4. Let me delete this here. So oops. So A, B, and down in C, perhaps we have completed the wave 4 pullback. We take a retracement tool, and we see that the wave 4 came into the 23.6% retracement of the wave 2 to the wave 3 at 23.05. So if we start seeing, let me see here. You see this, right? So we're showing positive divergence right here on the low. So when, let's take a look here. So Mara hit a low here on May the 13th, RSI new low. Another low here, higher low on July 20th, and we are off to the races. So keep this on watch as well. All right, guys, any other questions, any other charts you guys want to take a look at? Let's take a look at SPY. Man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is a lot of fun. I'm getting used to this, so I do appreciate every single one of you. All right, if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. Netflix, I did review Netflix, but let's review that again. So Plug, this is what I'm looking at, right? So Netflix has been in this crazy consolidation for over a year. Okay, so from the wave 3 high, W, X, and Y, so it's a double zigzag correction. So perhaps this is wave 1, right? Down in 2, which is the 50 and the 78.6% retracement support, and then we off. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not confident in this chart just yet until we see the break above, at the very least, the previous wave 3. As you can see here is key resistance, and then it will be lovely. We see the X wave break. Normally, you know, in a double zigzag, this could turn into a triple zigzag, if you will. So we just have to be patient to see if we make a new high. All right. Thank you for your time. All right, guys. Any other questions? Any other charts you guys want to take a look at? How many likes do we have? We got 10 likes, baby. Ugh. Do it. Let's do it. 10 and 10. Woo! For that, guys, you guys get a happy face. Yeah. All right, we'll do Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Damn, Zoom has been in a tear. All right, so Zoom, a new issue, but it has been in correction for a very long time. One more like, yeah, 2 more likes. So there is not a lot of price history here on Zoom. So maybe perhaps this is down in A, up in B, down in C. We finished this correction. All right, now up in 1, down in 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm calling this either A or 1. All right. So the way now we're looking at this is that we have been trending lower within this price structure here. All right, we've been existing here in this correction since let's take a look, October the 19th of 2020, and we're now just breaking out of it. All right, and this could be in part of that whole, I'm at dinner with my girlfriend, I'm still reading the book, I'm starting to write questions down, but well, I have time to go over the comps Sunday charts. Yeah, you want me to, after I review this chart here, let's take a look. All right, if you have any questions, let's do a couple of lessons here for Elliott wave. All right, we'll do a diagram here. We'll do impulsive structures first, and then we'll move on to corrections. That's a good one. Let's do that together. So we're breaking out of the wave 2 or wave B. So I may want to see a retest. All right, so the way I'm looking at this substructure is down in A, up in B, down in C, to complete the wave 2 or the wave B, all right, which came into support at the 618 or the 50% between the 2 fib levels, and now we're maybe moving in price structure further, right? So this is what I'm looking at, guys. So if this was in fact the low, all right, then we go up in 1, down in 2, 3, 4, and then we see a 5th wave, all right? So let's label that together here. So up in 1, down in 2, 3, 4, and 5 has this. All right, so this zone has not been breached, right? So the wave 4 has not been breached over the wave 1. So this is actually a good call, plug. Let's take a quick look at quick fib levels here. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So the wave 3 went beyond the 100%. Now this is where we got to see any support areas. All right. So the 50, 78.6. So we're holding the 78 and the 618 as support, A, B, C potentially, or A, B, and C potentially. All right. We can't go beyond the territory of the wave 1. All right. So wave count and validation comes in at 336.28. This is actually a good risk to reward chart, plug. Thank you so much, man, for pointing this out. All right, and then once we complete this, so this is obviously the initial wave structure of the higher degrees wave count, right? So this could be the wave 1 of the minor degree, right? So not until we complete the wave 1 and we see a 3-wave pullback, then we can call this a change in trend, but we'll have to wait and see. I want to see a break above 406.19, make a new high, establish the wave 5, 3-wave pullback, and then off to the races. So we'll have to keep this one high alert. Thank you, man. All right, so batiks, let's take a look. All right, so let's just draw this on the this is going to be a quick lesson, guys. If you guys have time, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any more questions for any other charts, let's take a look. Yeah, I do remember that that news that came out that Zoom bought that 5.9. We didn't see much of a negative reaction when that happened. When did that news come out? I think it came out last week, right? We'll see if it holds these levels. Again, we want to see Zoom hold above where is it, the previous wave 1 high, right? So 336.28 is our line in the sand for this wave structure. On if we break below it, then unfortunately, this entire correction is still ongoing. All right, you guys ready for some quick lesson on Elliott wave, on Fibonacci? Sorry, on spot the way I count these waves. Let me know if you guys want to do this. Actually, let's do this for Batix. He had the question. So take a look, man. All right, we're gonna start with impulsive structures. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm gonna change this to primary. And I'm gonna turn on the wave count. Just bear with me here, right? I know some of you guys have questions also on the degree, all right, on the degrees. So I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna lower. Actually, no, let's just do this. All right, so when you do a double click on the impulsive structure, right, and you get this notification here or this pop-up, all right, the degree here is important for labeling purposes, all right? So the way we use Elliott wave is it's like a roadmap. If you think about it as a roadmap, that's what this is, all right? Because you may talk to somebody, let me backtrack. It's a roadmap to see and understand where in the trend you are currently in. Okay, so if this is an impulsive trend and this is the corrective structure, where are we in the trend? So that's why I use, and this is why we use Elliott wave. Now, understanding the degrees is very important when understanding versus the time frame in relationship to the time frames. All right, so the primary degree is normally associated with, if you look at here, with the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. So that is your highest degree. All right, a good example of that, let's take a look at let's just take a look at the SPY, for instance. So just disregard this. Don't worry about the count here. So the primary degree here is the highest degree. Then we go down into the sub degrees, which is the intermediate wave degree. All right, that's what I wanted to show you guys. So here, all right, so once we complete the primary degree, within this substructure, right, within wave 1, we have another impulsive substructure, right? We have another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this will be called intermediate degree, all right? And obviously, we always give it a different color. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Now, within this substructure, we have another substructure. So think about the impulsive structure as a fractal, right? The further you zoom in, the same pattern you'll see. Okay, now once this wave 1 is completed and we have a 5 move trend, this is what I like to see, right? Once I can confirm a 5 substructure within the higher degree, I always want to see a 3 wave pullback. All right, I want to see 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and be supported by these fib levels. All right, I want to see the 23.6% and the 38.2%. All right, normally those levels come in for a wave 2 pullback. All right, once we see those levels pull back, I mean, look, that's typically in a bullish market, we are going to see this levels hold. But if we keep on going lower, per the guidelines, the wave 2 can go all the way up to the 100%, but it cannot go beyond the territory of wave 1. All right, if the origin of wave 1 is breached by the wave 2, then that wave count is invalid. Once the 38.2 or the 30 or the 23.6 hold as support, then wave 3 is our next level. So the way we look at the wave 3, all right, is that once this is in, so think about this as a real stock, right? When we see a 3-wave pullback, then we take an extension tool, right? And we take measurements, right, from the low of wave 1 to the high wave 1 to the low of wave 2. Oops, that didn't do that. So it's from the low to the high to the low, right? And the wave 3 has to be a 100% extension of wave 1. It cannot be lower. It cannot be less. It cannot be the 618 or the 50%. All right. Always remember, this is a key rule in Elliott wave. The key rule is that wave 3 is always the longest but never the shortest wave. Okay, once wave 3, and the wave 3, if it's really extended, it can go to the 1618, it can go to the 200, and even to 2618. But normally we usually take profit between the 100 and the 1618. Another key rule in the Elliott wave is that the wave 4 can never go beyond the territory of wave 1. There are only 2 or 3 instances in which this is valid, okay, in a triangle or overlaps. But if we see a regular structure like this, right, then the wave 4 cannot go beyond the wave 1. All right, once the wave 4 is set in, this is all rinse and repeat. All right, this is all rinse and repeat. Once the wave 3 is set in and we start seeing a pullback, all right, then we take another retracement and we establish the same trend, right? The same idea. We want to see a 23 to a 38% retracement. So wave 2s and wave 4s are the corrective moves, right? We want to see a 3-wave pullback on both of them, right? A, B, and C, and so on. And then the once they establish the low, wave 5 is in. So that's pretty quick. I do for everybody here in the stream, thank you so much again. But I want to see. I'm gonna try to do some sort of PDF with these guidelines for you guys in the Discord group, so you guys can have an idea. But I want you guys to read the book first, so you guys can know, and ask me questions. Ask me whatever you want. All right, I'm here to help. G-Nog. But before I get out of this one, do you guys have any other questions on Elliott wave? Yep, 5-3, 5-3, 5-3, exactly. Yeah, Batik. So a correction, sorry, an impulsive structure is usually 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and then 5 waves up. That is correct. Later, Mo. Thanks for tuning in, man. All right, guys. What time is it? It's 9:47. Let's see, where's Forex? Oh shit, we're still coming on higher. Thanks, Karina. Have a good night, guys. Tomorrow coin is gonna be fire, man. Ooh, it's gonna be lit tomorrow. I'm excited. I know. Thank you, man. Thank you, Batix, for joining. Really appreciate your time, and thank you for being part of this community. Everyone here, look, man. Just so you guys know, I'm very humbled, and I'm very thankful for everyone, every single one of you. I know that the group is growing, and we're gonna grow together. All right. I don't ever leave no man behind. All right. I'm always thankful and very appreciative of everybody. Yeah, coin tomorrow is gonna be lit, bro. ADA. He's so you guys. I don't have a wave count here. I'll work on the wave count and post it in the chart in the chat for you. But all right, I'll post this in the chart for you. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you guys give me a thumbs up to this chat, to this stream, I would really appreciate it. 11 likes, beautiful. I'll take it any day. We're gonna grow, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a good night. Get some rest. This week is gonna be very, very, very eventful. Take good care. Bye bye. Peace.